Going on, guys? So this next video is going to be more on suppliers and as well as shipping, sea versus air. So with the suppliers, a lot of times I will ask for a sample from them. They will make you pay for shipping, and it's usually about $100 even for a small product. Technically it's not a product fee, it's just shipping. That still takes about a month to get to you. A lot of times I won't ask for samples just because I don't want to wait that time. All the times I've asked for samples, they've been what I expected them to be. Every time I haven't asked for samples, the products have been fine, no really defects with them. You'll be able to tell on your Amazon listing if they do send you faulty products, because Amazon puts those right to the side and will mark them as unfulfillable, which just means they can't be sold for some reason, usually damage. So that's how you can kind of know if your supplier is sending you good stuff or not. So it's up to you if you want to ask for a sample. Again, it's usually $90 to $120 for a sample, just one unit, so you can see their quality. But I mean, honestly, I don't usually do this. It's up to you. If I was doing a higher price or higher quality product, I would definitely be doing this, especially if you're going to contact multiple suppliers, which I would recommend even if you're not getting samples. I'll usually contact at least 5 suppliers who carry the product, see what kind of price they give me, because their price is always negotiable, and it does go down with how many units you purchase at a time. So let's say your first order is 500 units, and it costs you $5 per unit. Let's say you do 1,000 next. Maybe that will drop to $4.60 a unit, and so on. So you can kind of negotiate, be like, look, this is just a test order. I'm going to do 500 units. Then I want to do 1,000 or 2,000 the next order. Can you give me that price for this one shipment? And then from there, I'll keep working with you. And a lot of times they'll do it. Remember, price is always negotiable, especially with them. And then let's move on to, showed you the sample message, so let's move on to the shipping. So, air versus sea shipping. So, I used sea shipping once because it's less expensive. It was a nightmare. You have to deal with customs, which are hidden fees you won't see. Another couple $100 in customs. You have to go pick up the products at your port or hire a freight forwarder, which goes, picks them up for you, signs for them, does all the paperwork, which again, you will pay for and you still have to do. They kind of just forward you the paperwork. And then it comes to you, and then you have to ship it to Amazon. So it's just a nightmare. It's a lot of work. It took almost 2 months to get to me, and it still wasn't that much cheaper. So I highly recommend air. I would never recommend sea shipping. So with air shipping, that's why we really want a lightweight product that's not very big, minimizes our FBA fees on Amazon, as well as shipping from China. So it depends on the product. I have a product that's about half a pound, costs me probably 60 cents a unit to ship. And then I have a product that's 1.5 pounds and a little bit bigger, probably double or triple the size. Still pretty small, kind of like that big. And that one costs me the same amount as the product to ship. So it's $3 per unit for shipping, $3.50 per unit without the shipping. So $6.50 in total. So don't be like, oh, this guy's ripping me off. That's very normal for air shipping for something that weighs about 1 pound and is that size. That's pretty normal. Be prepared for that. It was a little bit of a shock at first, but then kind of made sense. I understood it. Talked to multiple suppliers. They all kind of said the same thing. Most suppliers have different carriers. They'll use FedEx, UPS, DHL. A lot of them use FedEx. You can just ask them. They have different shipping times, different rates. Usually UPS is cheaper, so ask if they have both. But other than that, that's pretty much all you need to deal with suppliers. So now you know how to find the right supplier, mark Gold Assurance so you know they're a good supplier, how to use Alibaba to pay them. They can just send you an invoice, and then you pay it through there with your credit card or your bank account or your PayPal. Actually, I don't think PayPal works on there. Scratch that. But it'll take it straight out from there. And then if something happens where the supplier runs away with your money, Alibaba has trade assurance on there, which means if you make payments through them, they'll secure it. So even if that person screws you over, they'll get you your money back. So that's very nice. And then you guys also learned how to use the template that I gave you to contact multiple suppliers and then also see their prices, compare them, possibly ask for a sample if that's something you're interested in, and then how to talk about shipping and kind of understand what they say. They won't use big words or anything. They'll say very simply, air shipping costs X amount and will take this many days. And you say, okay. Or, no, that's a little much. I want blah, blah, blah. Maybe FedEx or UPS. But it's pretty simple dealing with suppliers. I've been asked if I talk to them on the phone. No, I never talk to them on the phone. I just email them through Alibaba. But that's going to be all for this module. It's pretty short because it's pretty simple. And now we're going to get on to Module 3, which is one of the most important, and it's creating your listing on Amazon so it sells.